Hello and welcome to my channel, and welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. Thank you so much for joining me. My name's Kirsten, this is where I art and craft, and I am so grateful for all of you, those who have been with me for a long time. Well, not that long, but I'm just over a year I've been doing my channel. So those of you who've been with me for a while, and those of you who are new, I was just conscious now that I'm over 500 subscribers. So thank you if you're one of my new subscribers. Thank you for those of you who've been sticking with me through it all. Welcome to my channel. Today we're doing letter B in the ABCJLC challenge. This is a year-long challenge from Jodi Lewis Creations, and every fortnight, so every 2 weeks on a Wednesday, Jodi releases the next set of prompts. There are 3 prompts, and this week they are ballet, button, and bird. And there's also a bonus prompt, and this week the bonus prompt is brown paper bag. Now these prompts and a whole host of other ones were suggested by people in Jodi Lewis's Facebook group, and you can go along and start adding to the list for the C's and the D's and the prompts that are still to come. But these, you can't add to these prompts because that's been taken away. And then Jodi puts them all in a random generator, and these are the ones that have come out the random generator. So Jodi has no say in them either, although she's put some of the prompts in herself. And I do love that when she goes, oh, I was okay with this prompt until I saw that, or A, she really didn't like at all. B, I can't remember which one, it was the ballet. She wasn't so keen on this time round. So it's quite nice to see that actually Jodi herself, she's not picking the prompts and saying, right, you do these prompts because I like these prompts and I've already got stuff for these prompts. Jodi is doing it with us, and you can see her struggles are as real as our struggles are. So when I saw this prompt, I thought, oh, right, okay. And then I thought, well, I went to the first thing I thought is when I saw ballet and bird, I thought, oh, Black Swan, Swan Lake, I could do something. And then I thought, nah, that's too obvious. Don't do that, Kirsten. So I was at the ballet in December, seeing the Nutcracker, which I love, especially at Christmas time because it's a very Christmassy ballet. And I thought, well, why don't you start by going through, as you can see, I've already taken something out. I've used it twice already. Going through the programme and seeing if there's anything that you can use. Now, I've got to remember that it's got to fit in the card, so I couldn't get, though I could get quite a bit of her on there, but she's really too big for the card. So I thought what I'd do is I'd go through this and I'd start by seeing if there's anything in here that would spark the ballet bit of the prompt, and then I could work from there. See, I quite like this image of them all there, but again, it's maybe a bit too big. but she needs to be doing something. It's all very well saying let's go for her, but what? You see, I'm thinking actually, oh, I've just had an idea. Let's go for this one instead. Right, so we've got Bally. And we can lose that bit and still not lose Bally. We've got Bally. And it looks like she's picking something out of a brown paper bag. So what I want to do is make a brown paper bag, and I could use it with this. Well, shall we use it actually with brown paper? Shall we make a brown paper bag out of a brown paper bag? Would that be a good idea? Here we go. Right, here is a brown paper bag. And what I'm going to do is, I don't really want to, I'm going to keep the bottom bit. I hate losing this top bit as well. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take off at that fold. And before I get to where the fold is, where the gusset is, I'm going to tear it this way so that the gusset tears. If I came the other way, the inside bit of the gusset might not tear very well. So I'll take that, and then I'm going to take just a strip off here. Oh, this strip might not be big enough. Just wondering if that strip is big enough. It might be big enough. Might be big enough. I should have maybe made a bigger strip. So out of this brown paper bag, I'm thinking I'm going to make a brown paper bag. And I think I should have made it bigger. But glue in my fingers. This is just the gusset. Right, and she's pulling something out the brown paper bag. So what could she be pulling out the brown? Oh, look, I've got bird buttons. Oh, I love her. Oh, if I've got one that goes the other way, what I want is, oh, see, you could even have it, the bird could be balancing on her finger. Well, maybe not. Is she pulling a bird button out of the brown paper bag? Even got a big penguin one. There's a bigger one as well. That one's going that way. That's too big to be balancing on a finger though. Is that just bonkers? It does the bird and the button in a wanna, which I kind of like. And I just like the fact that it's balancing on her finger. Although it is a bit large. And then maybe we just use the brown paper bag behind as some background. We're going to use that one. That one's too big, unfortunately. I would love to use that one, but that one's too big. Oh, actually, no, I've just had another idea. Let's put these away. Let's keep that one. And let's use this brown paper bag. And she's trying to encourage the bird button to come onto her finger. Right. So what I'm thinking is this brown paper bag could be a tree trunk, and then we can have a tree. So let's collage ourselves a background. Let's put some trees in the background, and then we've got a bigger tree in the foreground with the bird on one of its branches. This is the trunk. This is the trunk. And we can have, we might just do this instead for the trunk, so that we can have that split like that. That's still not tall enough though, Kirsten. Get a bit that's tall enough. We've got brown paper bag, which is bonus. We've got Bally, we've got bird, and we've got button. So we've got all that. Now we need to think about actually what we're going to put in the back of it, because it's a bit Oh, I'm going to stencil. I've got my beech tree stencil that I got for Christmas. Let's stencil. There we go. So what I've got to remember is that when I stencil this, I'm stenciling the background. The trees are, see how the trees are still here? So I think what I need to do is maybe colour, because I don't want the trees are kind of white. That's the whole thing. I'm going to take a picture of outside my window here in my craft room and insert it here, so you can see that this is actually what I look at when I'm looking out of my craft window at this time of year, is these bare trees, but it's more creamy than white, so I want to make this background creamy coloured. I'm just thinking I might use one of my tea bags. Mostly they're kind of they've got a touch of orange, but that one's not bad. A touch of yellow because I drink turmeric and ginger tea. So I need to decide whether I want to put it that way up, in which case I lose a bit of the ballet dancer, or that way up, in which case I'll lose a bit of the tree. If I did it that way up, it means I could actually take the ballet dancer over a bit, and I wouldn't be, although I'd still lose a bit of her, I wouldn't be losing but I'm actually going to lose the I think it needs to be the other way up. I think it needs to be that way up, so I can just put on as much of the tree trunk that I want and know that it's still all going to be nice and stable. I do want to tear up this side as well. The trees, the beech trees that are just outside us aren't that old. They were planted, I don't know who owns the land, they were planted obviously to hold up the bank that goes behind us, and they've never really managed those beech trees, and they're too close together really. At some point somebody's going to have to go in there and get some of them taken down, but because they're not actually got to the stage where they're encroaching on our land yet, we can't do anything about it, because technically they belong to the people who own the land. But I really do wish that they would do something about them. See, and then that's going to go there, on there, and that can hang off the bottom. Yes, right, okay. That's okay now. So I'm just going to use now what I'm leaving, these bits are the trunks. See, there's a branch going there, a branch going there. These bits are, so it's a mask more than a stencil actually, this one. This is, oh by the way, this is THS 069. So I want to use a dark colour behind it. So I think actually I might use gathered twigs, which I just have here, because that's the brown I'm currently using, because I'm kind of in love with it at the moment. So let's just I might have to go in with a pen afterwards, but that's okay, just to kind of add some more detail. And I love the fact that I've got some dark areas between the trees and some areas that are a bit lighter. Look how fab that is. Isn't that brilliant? So glad I put the tea bag down, because the tea bag gives texture to the bits that are what's the word I want? Stenciled as well. That looks fab, doesn't it? I'm going to lose that tree, unfortunately, behind this tree, but that's okay. I am wondering now, though, if I need to put another paper bag tree on, just to give it a bit more paper bagginess, but I don't really, I think. And I think if I tried to do that, it'd probably end up being a bit weird. But what I might want to do is, because actually you see this paper bag now is the wrong colour, so it's a different tree. This isn't a beech tree. These are all beech trees in this, and there are a couple further along, there are a couple of obviously trees that were there in the first place. And then she's there calling the bird off, and I think now I'm thinking that she probably, right, I think I need to stick down this first, and then I can make a decision. But I think she's going to need to be properly fussy cut out. This bird's singing away in the tree. Oh, I'm such a happy bird, singing in the trees. Shut up, Kirsten. Right, I also want to put a bit of bark detail on this, but I think that's also going to be easier once it's down. I'm just thinking, I can't remember what, I know I put lots of suggestions in the pot for the different things, and I can't remember what I actually put in, but I am now wondering did I end up putting barley in as a suggestion, because I'd come back from the Nutcracker at saying roughly about the time when Jodi was reminding everybody to just put things in. Well, isn't that lovely outline we've got there? And I'm now wondering if actually I'm the, oh no, oh, I was not stuck down here. That was nearly a panic, wasn't it? I'm the reason that we've got barley, because I maybe put it in the first place. But never mind. There we go. I'm just kind of clearing some bits away before I put the camera back on there, and I found this little branch that I said I was going to add as another little branch, didn't I? So let's just ink it up, and then maybe we'll put it in a wee branch going up that way, something like that. Or we could do it as one. Oh, that's maybe very thick, this end of the branch, so actually putting another wee branch on that might that goes on there. That's okay, because that'll be hidden by him. Let's not worry about that. I think we just want to put an extra little bit on there, do we? Nope, but maybe a wee bit on there like that. Nope, we don't need that extra bit at all. I'm just going to stop fiddling. Stop fiddling, Kirsten. If you've been watching me any length of time, you'll already know this, but my daughter calls me Bridget the Fidget because I can't stop fiddling with things and trying to make them just that bit something else. And she says, I always end up ruining stuff by just keep on fidgeting and changing and adding and deciding that what's already nice isn't nice enough. So she calls me Bridget the Fidget. Okay. Bring her in a little bit, but not much. I think we want her about there. Let's do the detail on the tree trunk first. So just like this has got, we need some lines. We'll put some lines like that across. There we go. Yeah, liking that. Liking that. Let's put a little, let's see if I've got a pinky label that I can then put a word in. I do one of these tags. I quite like one of those tags, actually. And then I could stamp on it with pink, couldn't I? Let's, if we had a word stamp to stamp on top of that. Oh, I could stamp, and I can't tell you what it's from. What I can tell you was it was from a set of really sweet bird stamps I once had. But it says, spread your wings and fly. And I could just, it's fly's too big for in there. It's too tight. But actually I could just put fly, like she's saying fly. Fly, fly to me, fly to me. Oh, look at that, we've got F and L together. FL. There's Y. Fly, fly to me, fly to me. Now, what pink am I going to use? And the question is, do I want to actually put it, cover all that up with it? Or do I want, I think I do want to cover all that up with it, don't I? Rather than having it just as a on there. I think toning down that would be a good idea, so let's do that again. I like that, I like that, I like that, because it just gives that wee pop. And I'm going to edge it as well. They're going to be perfect for doing it there. Okay, that's not brilliant, but it is what it is. And that's going to be a continued issue with this. And I might, I don't know. I probably wouldn't have minded so much if it'd been the tree. See, if I'd thought about that, I'd have got rid of this bit of her skirt altogether, and it would have been looked at a little less odd. But never mind. Too late now. Live and learn. Right, I was going to ink down here. Oh, can I still pull that up? Oh, can I still get that up? Should have thought about that earlier, Kirsten, because then you might have still been able to get that up. Yeah, that looks slightly better, doesn't it? Because now it just looks like it's just that little bit that's cut. But I need to try now and get inking in there. Looks like she had a more less poofy shaped dress. I've got this little bit here that's really I don't particularly like. That's alright. There we go. Let's just ink that in there. Get some ink in there to hide that. There we go. That's better. That's better. That's better. I'm happier with that. I'm going to stick, I was leaving this to stick on last so I can leave this setting. So you were not going to see this one in the Rolodex. It isn't a Rolodex and it isn't a Rotodex, it's a Zeus. Rolodex is the American, Rotodex is the UK, Zeus is the Italian. I'm betting there's a German one and a French one as well, but I don't know what they are. Let's put my bird button on there. A woodland sprite who is a ballet dancer and is dancing through the beach woodland, encouraging the birds to come down and fly down and talk to her. Thank you so much for watching. You'll find all the information about this challenge and links to Jodi's YouTube channel down below. You take care. Thanks for watching.